Welcome back to Tech, Tesla, and Trends. As promised, this episode is discussing something I'm particularly interested in, and it's the battery made by GMG, which is Graphene Manufacturing Group. They're out of Australia. What they are making is a battery that functions in all the same form factors as existing batteries that are on the market. And their primary first goal for scaling when it comes to manufacturing are the small little watch batteries, the coin-sized ones. And when you look at the history of what coin lithium-ion batteries is concerned, it's pretty scary if a child swallows one of those. It's not a pretty picture. So I really applaud this particular instance of utilizing your technology where it will do a large amount of good early on as you're beginning to learn how to scale and to manufacture. So GMG, and full disclosure here, I also own a few shares of GMG, but largely because I believe this is one of those companies that is going to change the world in a big way as well. Because the beauty of graphene in our world is exponential. Wherever it goes, it strengthens, it improves, it's a wonder material in many ways. And it has so many base benefits that it provides to each product that it gets added to. Now, in this case, I'm looking at batteries and the long-term view of where this is going. Last week, the graphene aluminum battery that they have, let me get back to it, energy density, there we go, try to remember. So their energy density is now at 93%, or it was a 93% increase, which is essentially charging your, let's call it your Fitbit, charging that in about 2 minutes from dead to fully functional. Now, for most of us, we realize that that's closer to a 2 to 3 hour charge right now. Now, that is a serious time improvement. And the other advantage of graphene aluminum batteries is that they don't catch fire. It's not going to happen. It's not in the materials. And it is one of the beauties of it. It takes the heat out, and the graphene helps to pull the heat from the process, which is another beautiful benefit of including graphene into this particular battery. Now, one of the interviews I saw with the CEO, he was discussing the process of ramping or beginning that manufacturing for the coin batteries. And what he was discussing is that their process utilizes the same process as the existing one for lithium ion, with the exception that they use fewer material or fewer, their base materials are fewer that they're putting into the battery, and they use three less machines in the manufacturing process. Other than that, I think it was like 9 machines that are involved in that process, and they drop it down to 6 or 7. Maybe it's 10. And anyways, 3 less machines, which is really, when you're looking to create innovation, as Elon has often been quoted as saying, no part is the best part. No machine is the best machine. So in this case, deleting machines out of the manufacturing process is building in profitability to your process. And as they begin to scale and ramp, the last interview I saw, he was discussing how they are in negotiation they are negotiating with some of the largest companies in the world. And in the past, Elon has replied to some of the people involved in the graphene aluminum battery process via Twitter and told them, great job, keep working at it. That density needs to be higher. Well, they are now crossing into the 290 to 310 range, which puts it at a higher density than lithium-ion batteries. But there's another benefit to graphene from a perspective of adding it to your battery. Introducing graphene to a lithium or to your LFP battery gives you the advantages of that LFP. So your ability to charge and discharge with to do so at speed that is faster than your lithium ion battery. So this is a potential from a research standpoint, and we all know in that Q4 or Q3 call, Elon mentioned that we are spending money on R&D as fast as we possibly can, and people don't have a clue where we're putting all of this or what we're researching. And I would be willing to bet that part of, this is just me, my gut feeling on this, and we'll see how well that plays out over time. But I have a strong impression here that graphene is going to be one of those items that comes into that lithium or the LFP world. So Tesla will be able to keep its lower cost batteries and boost their charge rate and also some of the density that's involved as they intermingle that. And at some point, I would not be surprised to see a graphene aluminum battery enter into that Tesla battery pipeline after GMG has had a chance to prove out their manufacturing processes with these coin batteries. Then they will have the clout to say, we did this, we ramped with our graphene or with the Coinbase battery. We can now say with confidence that we can take whatever machines you currently have, and we no longer need certain ones of those early production machines, the ones that are processing your lithium or some of the other machine or other materials for those batteries. So when that comes in, that's again an ability to remove part of the manufacturing process. And this is one of those things that Tesla is very keen to do, is eliminate parts and processes wherever possible. And I am positive that as you take a look at the graphene aluminum battery or the interaction or introduction of graphene into LFP batteries, that there is an intersection here where Tesla is going to be able to hit some really major home runs. After all, I believe it was, or I'm pretty certain I remember from that Q3 earnings call, Elon was saying something along the lines of there's a path to $70 watt hour per watt hour. Or, anyways, I bet you that part of that includes graphene. I don't know exactly how, but I would not be surprised to learn in coming days, probably weeks or months or years, as far as their R&D process is concerned. But at their next battery day, we'll go with that. At the next battery day, that graphene is introduced in some way, shape, or form to their batteries. And I believe that will make a major improvement in the overall density and charge speed that Tesla is able to offer to us as consumers of their products, as well as the benefits of decreased flammability and a whole boatload of other performance items that are introduced. So I will bid you adieu, farewell, and we shall talk to you later. Have a good night.